2012, a time before I was introduced to any of this rubbish technology or brain-melting content. I remember going on a family holiday to Queensland. I remember spending time with my perfectly healthy grandmother here in my hometown at the local park. I remember playing with Lego, going in the sandpit, playing on the trampoline with my brothers. All of these moments were just so pure, full of life, full of energy. But I'm not here to reminisce and talk about what once was and look back on the good old days. I'm here to show you that you can experience that childlike, innocent energy again. See, as we've gotten older, we've become accustomed to living life as though we're some super serious, uptight businessman. We can't find joy in the things that we once did because if we do, we're immature. But you can literally do whatever you want with your life. Screw what anyone else says. Who cares about old Jeffrey over here who's saying you can't do that because it's immature, that's not a real job. You know, making content's not a real job, get on the tools. And I mention this because I have so many young guys messaging me these days saying, oh, I wanna drive trucks. And it's like, no, you don't, bro. Or, you know, I wanna be a plumber. No, you don't. No one wants to willingly clean other people's shit out of pipes for a living. And it all comes down, to me at least, to self-belief. I look in and I think that is a person who doesn't believe in themselves, and so that's why they're wanting to pursue this as a career. They've listened to the inputs of people around them, or maybe you should just do this, mate, you know, take the safe option. They've listened to these inputs from people who don't even believe in themselves. But I always say you are the only limit. You are the only thing holding yourself back. The decisions you make and the actions you take are ultimately what has gotten you to where you are today. I was scrolling on Instagram Reels the other day, terrible habit, I know, but I come across this video of this multi-millionaire 19-year-old who'd made money off of, you know, online businesses, and he'd done really well for himself. He had a supercar, and this guy was walking into his 9-to-5 job, and he hollers at him, "Nice rental, bro." And all I could think was, wow, that dude is just so low. And for as long as he has this broken mindset, he is going to be stuck in that 9-to-5 job. Because alternatively, instead of calling out to this guy, nice rental, he could have walked up to him. He could have said, hey, my name's Jeffrey, introduced himself and said, so what have you done to get here? He could have taken the time to educate himself and potentially learn something from this 19-year-old who has done so much better than him in life. But instead he chose to say something negative and move on with his boring old life. You and everyone around you are a sum of your beliefs, and your beliefs are a sum of your life experiences. And the reason you get people around you hating, saying these negative critiques are because in their experience, when they've tried to pursue something great, instead of persisting when times get tough, when they're faced with a challenge, when something doesn't go their way in that endeavor, they've chose to quit. And so now when they see someone else trying to pursue something great, they say, hey, it didn't work out for me, I'm going to tell him it's not going to work out for him. Because something you need to understand that I learned so early on in my journey is that people want to see you do better, just not better than them. They hate to see you winning. And I hate to say it, but it's true. Everyone wants to see you succeed until you start doing better than them. And they're like, hey, that can't be happening. Like, just stay down here, stay on our level, because once you start to level up, you're going to distance from those people. You're no longer going to want to associate with those sorts of people. So how can you expect someone who doesn't even believe in themselves to believe in you? I used to do this all the time. I would see someone who was doing better than me. I'd go on TikTok and I'd see a guy with a better physique than me. Oh, steroids got him there. I'd see someone with more money than me. Oh, daddy's money. You know, I'd make any excuse under the sun as to why he was there and I was here at the same age. I'd always put it down to circumstances and luck. And you know, he had something that I didn't, and that's why he achieved that degree of success. That is literally you allowing your circumstances to dictate your success, meaning that your life is in control of you and you are not in control of your life. And it's such a victim mindset, you know, it's so broken. Everyone wants to make excuses as to why they haven't achieved the things that they would have liked to. And it all just comes down to the choices that they've made. It's no one else's fault but yours. And as soon as you take accountability for that, guess what? You become the one in control, meaning that you are the one that has the power to fix it and change and become better and grow as a human being. And you know, I find it sad because Gen Z are literally the luckiest generation to have ever lived on the face of this earth. Because we have so much opportunity. There's so much like educational content, so much free information readily available. But instead of utilizing that information to their advantage, Most of my generation choose to give into the short-term pleasures and just chase dopamine, you know, whatever content's bound to release the most amount of dopamine, they watch that, you know, they just melt their brain. They're happy to watch the Iman Gadzhi, Jordan Welch, Hamza videos, you know, get their dopamine circuitry firing, but none of them are willing to do the work and apply the information that they've just learned. And I can almost guarantee you that's your biggest issue. The learning and the education part isn't the hard part. It's the implementation of the knowledge which you have just learned, because it's doing something bigger than yourself, doing something physical that requires mental capacity, that requires focus and a good work ethic. Most of you aren't willing to do that. Most of my generation aren't willing to do that. But I know I have a lot of viewers who are. So for those people, I want you to start taking the information that you've absorbed and implementing it into your business, your finance, whatever it is you're learning about, right? You need to implement the information you're learning, otherwise what's the point? It's just for your entertainment at that point. I can't even feel bad for the young gentlemen and young women of my generation because they bring it upon themselves. They say they want to change, but they watch porn. They say they want to change, but they watch Netflix and they do all this degenerate stuff. You can't expect to change whilst you've still got these vices in your life. It just can't happen. You've got to drop these vices if you expect to even achieve the slightest degree of success. It doesn't come overnight, sure, but it definitely doesn't come from jacking off, sleeping in bed all day, watching Netflix, watching YouTube videos on how to become successful. You become successful by doing the thing that's bound to get you there, not doing all this research. I can't stress this enough. We are the generation of opportunity. We are the chosen generation. God has sent us this opportunity to be able to grow and prosper as human beings. But 99% of Gen Z choose to waste their time, be lazy. They have this victim mindset. They're all on antidepressants. No amount of pills, potions, all this bullshit content, brain altering substances, none of this stuff can fill that void of depression. The only thing that can is you, the decisions you make, having fulfillment in your life, things that genuinely make you happy, rather than all this BS short-term happiness, you know, Netflix and all the stuff that I just mentioned. It's a waste of time. It's designed to distract you. They're making money off of you, meanwhile you could be making money. You could be doing something with yourself. It doesn't even have to be making money. You can be doing something other than this. Your whole life is comprised of time and energy, both of which you are choosing to put towards watching me right now. Now, although I may be helping you, there's one person that this benefits majorly, and it's me. You're helping me to achieve my goal. And I'm not saying I want you guys to stop watching my videos completely, but I'm just saying there are so many better things you could be doing other than this right now. Every day you wake up, you should be extremely grateful, because in that you have been blessed with the opportunity to grow as a person in that day. Because I guarantee you there are millions of people who just didn't wake up. They didn't wake up today. I woke up today, they didn't. I'm here filming a video whilst their family is preparing for their funeral. There is no change in a comfort zone. You're not going to change by making excuses as to why you can't. You're going to change by taking actions that say, I can. Going to the gym, working hard on your business, getting up even when you don't want to, doing things that require effort, building a good work ethic, building good structure and routines in your day. Most importantly, having consistency in all of that, because without consistency, you're nothing. You're not going to get anywhere. You can do everything I just mentioned for one day flawlessly. You don't do it the next, you're not going to get anywhere. It's about consistent efforts over time. And the person who messes up once a day, but still does everything else required to get towards his goal, is always going to be the person who has 2 perfect days and then slacks off for the other 5 days of the week. Consistency. I used to make excuses all the time as to why I couldn't do something. I couldn't scale the business because I'm going to the gym. Oh, then all of a sudden I got this hernia, this hiatus hernia. Oh, now I can't gain weight, I can't bulk because I can't eat enough food to, it causes so many digestive issues. But I educated myself. I learned how to bulk in a healthy manner whilst still having this hernia. And lo and behold, 6 months later, 15 kilograms have been put on because I defeated this weak victim mindset, like just letting the world happen to me. I happened to the world. I became the one in control of my life. And for that, I'm just so happy. I'm so blessed to be where I am today. And I hope that can be the same story for you. So I want you to kill these limiting beliefs, kill this victim mindset. Start saying and thinking positive affirmations, and you will grow as a human being. Stay grinding, my brother.